In this video we are going to be analysing Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker BBBY. So to get straight into it, what are going to be resistance levels if we continue to push up? So $12.75 and $14 are our two closest resistances to where we are now, and these are going to be the key focus. As you can see, obviously we did have this strong sell-off after the kind of pump. Now we do expect this stock to continue selling off. I know a lot of you aren't going to hear that, but really with these kind of stocks, they do just fade. But we do expect probably a pullback to around the $12.50/$14 areas, because you tend to come back to retest these deviations before selling off further. So no matter what, we do really see a pullback at the minimum to around $12.50. Now, if we're able to break past the $12.50 and the $14 and continue higher, then we'll be looking at $18.50, $20. And obviously you can see as well with that $18.50, that does line up very close with that gap fill created a few days back, so a key level definitely there. And then if we continue past there, we're going to be looking at $24, $26, and the final levels at $29.75 and $32. Now, likelihood of getting back to those levels, probably not all that much. The momentum on it does seem to kind of be dead, so unless you see something like Wall Street Bets or something pump it, it's probably not all that much. It's definitely not going to move though on a fundamental basis. So it's really going to be a bit of luck if we start pushing up to those levels, and that's one of the main reasons I don't actually trade too many small cap stocks, especially things like BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, these kind of stocks, because they're a bit on luck and they're just on retail traders pumping them. So I don't usually like to be touching them, at least in a long bias or even short bias view. So those are going to be our key resistances. What are going to be the support levels if we start selling off on Bed Bath & Beyond? So we do have our statistical mean at $8 and $7. So these levels, we don't tend to really buy off these levels, at least on how I analyze stock using standard deviation channels. It is a mean reversion way of looking at technical analysis. So we always expect stocks to reverse to these lines. So in Bed Bath & Beyond's case, we expect it to pull back to a minimum of $8. And most likely $7 as well. However, as this is just where we expect them to reverse to, we don't tend to actually buy off these levels, and we instead wait for them to come down to our next levels. And in this case, that would be 175 and 140. Obviously, that's very far from where we are from now, and probably not all that likely to hit. So what other levels can you be looking at? So obviously we would be paying attention to that 52-week low and psychological level around 450. And then obviously you can use other psychological levels, meaning the $5, $6, the whole dollar levels. But what we can also do is pull on a longer term time frame. So on the left we have a 3-year chart, on the right we have a max term, meaning since IPO chart. And this can give us some more support levels, and this will give us 518, and on the left the 3-year chart will give us 350. So these are now levels that we can add, and you can see this 518 is definitely quite key, because that is since the IPO chart. So these levels are really going to be the strongest of them all, so definitely be paying attention to that 520 support. Anyway, that is the breakdown on Bed Bath & Beyond. If you enjoyed the video, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis on Tesla.